There are easier ways to protect yourself from the flu. A message from your Alameda County Public Health Department.
What a day.
I can't believe how cool that was.
Did you see that bear and how it went out?
And the eagle had those piercing eyes.
And the wolves
were amazing. But the coolest one was the polar bear.
Hey folks, you're gonna need to move along. The zoo's closing.
Go eye to eye with nature at Great Bear Wilderness, only at Brookfield Zoo. Nature has never been so close to home.
It is not possible for a country to be moral if it requires every one of its children to consume a product knowing that some of them will die and some of them will be maimed.
You have no right to make my children sick.
Individuals who are in a position to evaluate, recommend, and mandate vaccines must be free of all actual or perceived conflicts of interest.
I don't typically do them all at once, just because I think it's too much for their little bodies to take in all at once.
I believe this is scientific fraud, and I think that means that the safety studies are all basically fudged for vaccines.
My question is, if vaccination is so important, is like, why doesn't the doctor take time to sit down with us and talk about it?
To hear the wailing of a mother whose child is dying in front of her, there is no sound like that.
There's no scientific evidence that supports it.
It's easy to scare people and hard to unscare them.
Go to sleep.
They came from everywhere imaginable to the lure of opportunity. News of the Great Chicago Fire had been global headlines in 1871, and people of every culture recognized that the greatest urban recovery in the history of the world spelled work. The new city was in demand. The only questions to be answered: who would be the thousands to build it, and who would be the few to design it? America's largest building boom ever drew not only workers, but brilliant minds. Among them, architects who would inspire the world: Burnham, Root, Adler, and Sullivan. And what they found was a city intent on taking advantage of possibility. One of the characteristics that's become ingrained in Chicago culture ever since.
Stronger. I believe that genetics could take us down this road of enhancing our sexual function as well as our cosmetic appearance.
Everybody throughout the ages has looked for a love potion. Are those going to be available in the very near future? Yes.
We think of love as natural, spontaneous, mysterious, beyond the scope of practical science. But what if we could create romance artificially? Man-made love, next on Love Chronicles. Welcome to Love Chronicles.
Do you want to go someplace special? Exciting cities or back roads? Rustic country inns or rugged national parks? Great American getaways or weekend retreats? Looking for history or just looking for fun? Programs that bring you a family adventure that's not a world away. Experience America. It's closer than you think. Weeknights at 7 on the Travel Channel.